आता 15 पासून कॉलेज चालू होणार आहे. हो, सोमवारपासून. काय भेटेल ना सर? हो, लिहायला भेटेल. मी तुला ते सांगतो, तू आज जा आणि सीट्स ताब्यात घे. हा, आज 30 आणि 30 60 सीट देईल तो. तिथे गेला की तू लागलं तर काय अडचण नाही तर कॉल कर.
झालं जॉईन मीटिंग तुम्हाला जी लिंक आलेली आहे ती लिंक
ऑफिस हा ओके ओके त्यामुळे ते पीपीटी 2010चं दिसलं म्हणजे करेक्ट
Very good morning. I think still the number is increasing, so let's take another 2 to 3 minutes and we will start the session at 11:35. Thank you. Very good mornings to all. So let's start the session. And today is the session for the category government and government aided colleges. We started this second round of orientation session on 9th of Feb, and already we have conducted 2 orientation sessions, and this orientation session is going to address, or we are going to demonstrate the data capturing system of ARIA 2021. Also, at the end of the session, once demonstration is over, we will take questions and also answer to these queries if time permit. But we will try our best to answer the queries. And also, I hope most of you have received the link to join the Telegram group created for this ARIA 2021. So all nodal officers are requested to join the Telegram group, and already the link has been sent over email, also SMS to all the nodal officers. Many of you have, I think we are receiving a query that they have not received the link. Actually, it is not like this. We are sending to the all nodal officers and the head of the institute. But if you are not in the list, if your contact numbers and the email ID is not properly feeded or registered in the ARIA portal, then maybe you are facing some problems in receiving the content or SMS or information. So please make sure that your contact details, your being a nodal officer or the head of the institute, your exact and right contact details are feeded into the ARIA portal. If you feel something is mistake, then please reach to the technical help desk number with letter from the authority head of the institute in the letterhead to update the contact details. This way you can keep yourself updated by joining this Telegram group. So today's orientation session is mostly on the demonstration of the data capturing system, because a complete portal is in place, and most of you have received the login ID and password given to the nodal officers and head of the institutes. And I'm actually happy to share with you that in this ARIA 2021, especially for the category of government and government aided colleges, more than 500 institutes they have registered, and they are in the process of data collection, and finally will submit the data. That means the number is increasing day by day, and also still 1 month is there, as 8th of March is the last date. So maybe this 500 will increase further, and that it means there is a tough competition is going to happen among these government and government aided colleges to secure the position in the list. If we will compare this number with the previous year and the 2019, when we started this ARIA 2000 ARIA ranking, this number is actually increasing every year, and it indicates that our higher education institutions, be it as a government or private, they are accepting, they have accepted, and also they are keen on participating in this kind of ranking process to demonstrate their efforts that towards promoting and supporting innovation startup in the campus. So this ARIA framework is very nicely designed and also systematically planned to measure the startup and innovation ecosystem in higher education institutions by dividing into different sections and also different parameters and subparameters, and you can visit all these parameters and subparameters and clearly mentioned with weightages allocated to these parameters and subparameters in the ARIA 2021 framework. You can download that framework from ARIA web page. Also, when you will log into the ARIA portal, also you will able to download this ARIA framework report. So considering that we are progressing well when it was started in 2019 by Ministry of Education, and in every year we are taking feedback and suggestions and improvising and standardizing the ranking framework, and now we've reached to a certain level and of standardization, and it is now more kind of a when it was started, it was kindly bit biased towards the technical institutions, but now this framework is normalized, and also this is designed to accommodate the non-technical institutions also. So if you will go through the framework, you will be able to see that there is a set of indicators we have added in this year ranking framework. Also, there is a differential weighted system for technical institutions and for non-technical institutions. So this is a kind of inclusive form of ranking which address both input, process, output, and impact level of measuring the startup and innovation ecosystem, especially in educational institutions. This ARIIA framework is not only providing the direction, not only measuring the ecosystem, also providing the directional supports to the institution, that to know that in which component they are strong and in which component they are weak, and actually where they have to put more efforts to have a very comprehensive and kind of a very dynamic vibrant ecosystem development in the campus. So this ARIIA is fulfilling and meeting the so many objectives, and also the growth rate of ARIIA and participation of institutions is really impressive. So taking this things forward, really I want to thank you all for participating, because you have taken the decision, and also this ARIIA rank generally captures the last year or the previous year data. So if you have already participating in programs like Institutions Innovation Council and other adopting the NISP and doing the activities and have infrastructure, so all the things are the part of this ranking framework. Let me share the screen now. I will tell you that how the this portal is designed, and also I will highlight and explain that each and every sections that is part of this data submission portal and also I will highlight the important points that you should keep in your mind during the data collection and also during the data submission or the data entry to the portal. Before that, one important announcement: 8th of March is the last date. This is the extended date, so you have 1 month in your hand. So, but still this time is very less. If you will channelize all the efforts, and if you will do the data collection properly, then you will able to submit the information. You will able to entry these informations in the ARIIA portal on time. So don't waste much time, and please expedite the process of data collection and complete the data submission before 8th of March. Don't wait for the last moment submission. And another important announcement is that once you will complete the registration, then you have to provide the information for the pre-qualifier section. And pre-qualifier section is very important. And this is if you will not complete this pre-qualifier section, you will not able to enter the data in data submission portal. So you have to complete the pre-qualifier section, and in the pre-qualifier section you have to provide the institute details, like the department or unit details. Consider in this campus, in your campus, there are so many academic departments, there are the research facilities, there are research labs, center of excellence units, or incubation and the pre-incubation units. There is industry, academia, interface units. So these are the kind of units generally located in the campus. Those contribute and support to promote the innovation and startup in the campus, and they contribute in building that ecosystem in institute. So in the pre-qualifier section, you have to provide the list of all these departments, units, and centers located in the campus, and they are contributing towards ecosystem development. So this is if you will really try to fill it up, it will not take more than 1 hour to 2 hours. But if you will not do it, then you will not able to enter the data in the data submission portal, right? So this is the things, and let me show the screen. Okay, so so the last date is already updated, and it is now 8th of March. You can see here, and if you want to visit if you want to know about the parameters, if you want to know about the frameworks, weightages, all kind of things, definitely you can navigate and you can download and you can see here. And these are the framework, these are the different parameters, and detailed framework is here. You can download here. Now comes to the data submission portal. So all of you know that you have to click here in this login icon, and once you will click the login icon, it will ask you to provide the details, and all these login credentials are already with you all. So please use the credential given to you and login. And here also we have provided a short video guide for ARIIA and data submission portal. You can watch this video before you start getting into this DCS. So this is the welcome page of DCS, and you will able to access 3 documents here, or 3 things here. So in the welcome page, first thing, you can download the ARIIA framework. Also, you can download from the ARIIA web page, also from the login page also. But here also you can download the ARIIA framework. And also we have designed one Excel sheet format to facilitate the data collection process, because institute has to collect the data from different units, centers, and departments related to innovation, entrepreneurship, and so you have to use this Excel sheet, and you have to make use of for the data collection purpose. And also we have uploaded the video guides for each and every section that you can watch to get better to get the better understanding and the clarity on the different sections and the ARIIA framework. Once you click this proceed button, it will take you to the section where there will be one pre-qualified block. Also, there is a block called data submission portal. The pre-qualified block is very, very important. Once so far you will not start the pre-qualified section, will not completing the pre-qualified section, you will not get into this data submission portal. So this is the first step for the data submission. So once you will click the pre-qualifier, it will ask you to provide list all the departments, centers, and units. These are the part of innovation and startup ecosystem in the institute. And please make sure that all these departments locate within the campus of the institute. Then here you have to list out the departments like a research unit and research park, incubation unit, pre-incubation unit, industry institute interface unit, IPR cell, patent facilitation unit, or technology transfer centers, like something like exist in the campus. Then center of excellence with advanced tools and equipments, then academic department with lab facility. So you can add one by one. So you have to list all these things, and you have to use this save and add more option to add more departments and the units. And finally, once you will start adding, you will get the list here displayed at the bottom, and you can manage either edit or delete of all these details by clicking in these action items. Sri Damdorji, please, I'm getting disturbed because either you switch off your video or okay. So these are the this is for the pre-qualifier section, and you have to add one by one, and I believe it will not take more than 1 to 2 hours if actually you will start filling it. And once you complete this pre-qualified section, then you have to go back, and then you have to get into this data submission portal. The data submission portal has 4 blocks, and the first block is for participation of higher education institutions in innovation and entrepreneurship initiatives of Ministry of Education. So in this section, this is the new addition in this current ARIIA framework, where there are so many programs been initiated by Ministry of Education to promote innovation and entrepreneurship. If your institute is participating in these programs, then you have to give the status, your participation status, and accordingly you will verify at the backend data, and we will allocate the marks given to the to this section. So this is the first section, and these two are the very important things, because this is the data section for the non-financial, this is data sections for the financial details. So we have divided the data section into financial and non-financial for the convenient purpose that I will explain later. Mostly what happens that when you are going to enter the information for each and every section and the parameters, there are certain sections and the parameters which associate with some financial values. So in the non-financial, you have to enter all this information, but wherever there is a financial value is required, these line items will reflect in the data sections for the financial details, and either nodal officer can collect the information through the Excel sheet, through the Excel format from the different department units, and they can enter here, or they can give the access to the account section of the institute with the temporary login ID we have provided earlier, specifically for this data submission purpose, to the account section, and they can see which are the from which section which is the line item for which there is need of financial values to be provided, and financial section can provide these things, and after review of all these values by the nodal officer, they can finally they have to get into the declaration and submission phase. So I will go one by one. I will take next 15 to 20 minutes to explain each and every block, and then I will come to the question and answer session. So let's get into the participation of higher educational institutions in innovation and entrepreneurship initiatives. As I said that these are the major policy programs of Ministry of Education to promote innovation and entrepreneurship in higher educational institutions. So naming these programs, the first one is that in 2019, Ministry of Education has started this National Innovation and Startup Policy for higher educational institutions to adopt in the campus. So if your institute has adopted the policy NISP and also formulated in the process of formulating the policy document, innovation and startup policy document for your institute, then you can pick the status here, either yes or no. And we have the information which institute has done what, and we will verify it and we will cross check during the review process. Similarly, if your institute has established Institutions Innovation Council at your institute, then definitely you can select yes or no. But if you select yes, you have to provide the IIC registration ID, that IIC ID. Similar, if you will click no, it will not ask. Then trained innovation ambassadors in the campus. Then participation in Smart in Hackathon program. Then facilitating the listing the startups and innovations, the Yukti 2.0 platform. Then participation in NEET program. So these are the major policy programs of Ministry of Education. So you have to provide the status here, and you have to submit. You have to click the save button here, and once you click the save button, it will save. And after that, you can go back by clicking here, or yes, by clicking here, and then the actual data submission starts. Parameter-wise data submission starts. So for this data sections for non-financial detail, once you will click this one, it will you will able to see there are 8 sections, and the first section is on developing an innovative and entrepreneurial mindset through activities, and you can correlate these sections with parameters. Section 1, you can directly correlate with parameter 1, where institute has to provide activities conducted, especially innovation, entrepreneurship, and IPR startup related activities conducted by the institute, or also participation of institutions, participation of faculties and students in the programs conducted by external agencies. But please make sure that only the activities related to innovation, entrepreneurship, IPR, and startups to be included. No other activities to be included in this ARIIA ranking framework for the data submission. So, and especially this section 1, because there is a financial part and associated with this, because institute may have incurred the expense or may incur the expenses. So this is the data during the financial year 2019-20. That is 1st of April 2019 to 31st March 2020. So this is 1. Now comes to this section 2. Section 2 is on teaching and learning, and here institute has to provide the details of the academic program if they have started offering or they offered any programs related to innovation, entrepreneurship, IPR or startup. No other programs to be included. So like if it's a full-time program like MBA in entrepreneurship or PGDM in entrepreneurship or elective courses on entrepreneurship at the PG level, UG level, diploma level, or diploma in entrepreneurship or PhD on entrepreneurship, something like that they have to provide. Again, this is again specific to the innovation, entrepreneurship, IPR and startup only. No other programs to be included. No other like classroom, like you have invited somebody to give a lecture on artificial intelligence. This kind of things not to be provided. If artificial intelligence for kind of a entrepreneurship linked to it, or it is the title itself will say that this is the entrepreneurship program, then only you can include it. If it is generic subject, or it is a kind of just a skill development, website development, C++, then you cannot add this kind of programs in this section 2. Now, and this is for the academic year 2019-20. Academic year varies from institute to institute, so institute has to select the month and year of 1920 that is for the academic calendar year of the institute. Then for the section 3, this captures the information related to dedicated infrastructure on innovation and entrepreneurship, like pre-incubation units, other facilities and services and supports offered by the institute. So this is section 3, and again this is for financial year 2019, because there is a cost part associated with cost and revenue part associated with this section 3. And section 3 also you can directly correlate with parameter 3. Now section 4 especially it is for listing the successful innovations generated from the institute. So here you have to list out what are these innovations either supported, or they have incubated, or they have received funding support from the institute from the incubation unit during this financial year 2019-20. And section 5 is for the startups or ventures or SME units with GST number that has been supported or received funding or established during this financial year 2019-20. Section 4 and section 5 is directly both are directly correlating with parameter 4 and 5 respectively. But section 6, which is on awards, recognition and achievements, this is not a separate parameter. So in section 1, in section 4 and in section 5, there will be one question, that is that innovation or is that startup or any student team, those who participated in these activities, had received any kind of a recognition, awards or kind of things. If you will declare, if you will tick yes, then it will ask you to provide the awards and recognition details. Once you will enter these details in the respective sections like 1, 4 and 5, all this information related to awards and recognition achievements will compiled, collated, and it will reflect in one location in the section 6. In section 6, you will able to see that what are the achievements and awards and recognition from these institutions, and you can cross check. If you feel something is wrong, if it is mistakenly added, then you can again go back to the respective section and you can change that information, and you have to again save the data so that the proper information will be reflected in section 6. So in section 6, you will need not enter anything, but you can cross check and you can rectify in the respective sections. Now comes to this section 7. In section 7, this is on collaboration and investment facilities. So this section 7 is again so this section 6 is mostly this is again for the financial year, but this financial value will not reflect in the financial section, because generally angel and VC, venture capitalist or any financial institutions, when they lend the money to or invest money on startup and innovations, the money never goes or channelized through the institute's account section. So institute's account section have not these details. So these details will not reflect in the institute's account system, but institute nodal officer will get this information from the incubation units, and through that they can enter the information. The section 8, this is to capture the intellectual property generated and commercialized. Also, there is a financial cost, financial or expense amount associated with this. Also, there is a revenue amount associated with this. That's why when you will enter the data for the financial year 2019-20, the financial values will reflect in the financial section, and institute nodal officer has to provide the data in the financial section. So this is all about the 8 sections and the part relating with the parameters, and also I have explained the financial year and academic year. Now in the next 10 to 15 minutes, I will explain one by one by getting into each section. And also I will highlight that what are the things you should keep in your mind during the data entry and also in the data collection. Now let's get into this section 1. If you will click the section 1, you will be able to see there are 2 tabs. And one is events conducted, and second one is events where faculties and students they participated. When I say events, it should be innovation, entrepreneurship, and IPR or startup related. It should not be deviate from this kind of categories. So please make sure that only you are very particular and selective about the events when you are entering into the ARIIA 2000 ARIIA from DCS system. So here you have to provide all these details, and finally at the end, these 2 questions you have to check. The first one, had institute spent expenses either from own resources or received fund to organize this event or activity? If you will click yes, it will ask you to provide the financial value, but as I already said that this is the non-financial data, and this value will reflect in the financial section, and mentioning this line item, and you have to provide the financial value there. Similarly, if you will ask if you will select the option yes for the participants, they have received any awards or recognition during this event, if you will see, if you click yes, then it will ask you these questions, and you have to provide, and this information will reflect in section 6. So this is all about section 1, and similarly events where institutions participation was there, also you have to provide. Again, here also you have to follow the same procedure as in the tab 1. So this is all about section 1, and after that, if your institute is organized more than 1 events and also participated in more than 1 events, then you can use this save and add more option, and you can add multiple activities, and at the below these activities will be will display, and you can manage these items by using the action items. Now comes the section 2. As I said, this is for the academic year, and this is for the teaching and learning, and it has 3 tabs. First one is academic programs, that is curricular programs or curricular intervention. Especially you have the elective or credit courses on innovation, entrepreneurship, and IPR, and or full-fledged 2 years program at the UG level, or diploma programs, or PG programs, PhD programs on innovation, entrepreneurship. You have to enter here. And for the employment generation skill development programs, when I'm saying employment generation, that means the skill or the training that you are conducting, it will directly generating entrepreneurship, or directly that person will go and start the business, or it will engage in the employment generation skills. So then this kind of programs to be provided here, but that training should be minimum of 30 contact hours. Please keep this in mind. This is very important. And the dates you can manage, and also both online and offline programs will be considered. And this is the way for managing this second tab. And the third one is very important. Please remember, in third one you have to provide the list of faculties. Those are associate, those are involving in mentoring or helping in driving the innovation and startup activities in the campus. So you have to list these faculties, and you can if that faculty has received any degree on innovation, entrepreneurship, or IPR, definitely by clicking yes, you have to provide these details. But if that faculty has not any education qualification on innovation, entrepreneurship, you can click no. And for another second guided question, that if that faculty has received and had received any training on innovation, entrepreneurship during this during this academic year, then if you select yes, it will ask you to provide the training details. And if that faculty has received more than one training also, you can manage by adding more details by clicking this button, training details. So you can add multiple trainings also received by that particular faculty. So this is the way you can enter, you can manage this third tab. But one important thing again, if even though that faculty has not received training, also have not received have no education on innovation, but still they had associated and contributed as a mentor to mentor the student innovations and student startups, then you can list out these names, because the names you will provide here, the faculty names, will act as a input in the section 3 in the mentoring section. And in the section 3 you can see these names from in the drop down list, and you have to select to provide further mentoring details. So you cannot directly enter the mentor details in the section 3 for the in-house mentors, and that all these faculties has to be entered here if they had delivered or engaged in mentorship during this academic year or financial year 2019-20. So this is all about section 2. Once you complete this section 2, then you have to go back. And now comes to this section 3. In section 3, again, it has 3 tabs. So the first one is the student clubs. So students are the major stakeholders of driving the part of this innovation startup ecosystem. So if institute had operational and functional idea clubs, innovation clubs, startup clubs led by the students are there, then you have to provide all these student clubs details, and also all the kind of facilities these clubs are accessing to, also you have to provide. And once you are complete with the student club, then you have to get into dedicated facilities for innovation, entrepreneurship, and IPR. In this section, let me first deselect. So in this section, it will ask, you will be able to see there are these 5 items. So these 5 type of infrastructures can be part of the institute. So if your institute had this kind of a pre-incubation or incubation or center of excellence or research park, this kind of facilities, then first you have to click yes if you are satisfying this condition, and upon clicking yes, it will display the fields and you have to provide the information. So here again, some important things you have to keep in mind. So consider that if your institute has 2 pre-incubation units, because tinkering labs, makerspace, design centers, news and IEDC, EDC, innovation center, startup cell. So these are the part of these are kind of pre-incubation facilities. So if one institute has more than 1 or 2 facilities, such pre-incubation facilities, so they have to enter separately. First, they have to enter the 1 pre-incubation facility, and they have to click the answer. They have to check the answers, and they have to provide, and they have to enter the second one. So these are the answers you have to check at the end. So the first question is that if that pre-incubation unit received any funding support, provided any funding support to any student or innovations or the idea development. If you click yes, then this particular pre-incubation unit will reflect in section 4 and section 5, where you have to provide the startups and the innovations. And if you will click no, this name will not reflect there. So please, if many of you are asking that you have entered the pre-incubation but it's not reflecting there, because you have not clicked yes button here, and only click yes if your pre-incubation unit or incubation unit has or provided any funding support to the student or for idea development or the innovation development or startup development. Then only this pre-incubation name will reflect in section 4 and section 5. Neither it will not display. So please keep this very, very important. And second one is the next question is that had institute spent any expense on developing this innovation infrastructure, like this pre-incubation infrastructure, or they have spent any money to for its operational and also capital expenditure? If you will click yes, then it will ask you it will ask you the information related to from where you have received the grant and how much you have provided or you spent. So these things you have to provide. Now comes to the next question. Is that center has started receiving any money or kind of a revenue from the different sources, like conducting the training and also income from services and supports provided to startups or innovations. So this way you have to provide the information, but you cannot provide the information here because this is financial value. So this financial value will reflect in the financial section, and there you have to provide the details. But it is going to ask these informations in the financial section. So you have to make multiple entry if there are multiple pre-incubation units, and similarly you have to follow for other infrastructure types for the center of excellence with advanced tools and equipments. Just keep in your mind that you should not enter the normal labs that is associated with the academic departments. Only center of excellence, which is the dedicated facility with setup for promoting research and innovation, to be provided. And similarly, the incubation facility, research park and innovation park, then IPR cell and technology transfer, all these things need to be provided. Now comes to the this last one, the third tab, that is called empaneled mentoring service support. So in this ranking ARIIA 2021 framework, this year we have also included this mentoring part, because many institutions, they are offering mentoring support. They have a very good structured and formal mentoring support. So they engage both internal in-house experts, also they engage the external agencies. So it will ask you that who are the internal faculties are the part of mentoring support. As I said, that is section 2. There was a list of faculties to be provided. Those are associated with or for this innovation and entrepreneurship. So here you will not able to enter the faculty name, but you will able to see the faculties, those who are entered in the section 2. So this is from this drop down, you have to select if that faculty has had delivered any kind or engaged in mentorship, and you have to provide the details. If that faculty has mentored to any startup, then that startup detail also need to be provided. The corporate identification number also need to be provided. If you are claiming that particular mentor or the faculty mentor is mentoring to any startup or mentored any startup during this financial year 2019-20. And if that particular faculty also mentored more than one startup, you can manage this by using this add more option, and you can add the details. So this is for the in-house faculties acting as a mentor details. And if institute is engaging external agencies for the mentorship, then here also you have to provide the details. And all these details, once you will go into this, then it will ask you, is it a structured mentorship or it is unstructured mentorship, and you can get like this. So this is all about section 3. And now I will come to the section 4. The section 4 is focusing on to list out the successful innovations. As I said, here certain things will the facilities or the infrastructures or the units which has supported the innovation will display if you have clicked yes in the section 3. Let's see how it will look like. This section will capture related to innovations only, and it will ask that different TRL stage, technology readiness level, and different the stages of innovation at present, and also by end of as on 31st March 2020. So all these questions you have to see, and also you have to select the appropriate option, and also you have to provide the information as mentioned in the form. And principal innovator detail is mandatory, but co-innovators is optional. So you may skip, and if you think if that particular innovation has more than one co-innovator, also you can manage by using the add more option. And these are the questions. As I said that if name of the CS, this name of the innovations, here you have to provide the innovation name, but name of the, just put, okay, so here the question is, had the innovation received any recognition? So here if you will click yes, it will ask you the awards and recognition details, and this information will go to this section 6 as I mentioned earlier. And also you have to check the status, that is that innovation has established the venture or started the startup or not. And next, if you will click the answer yes, that this center has provided any financial support and to this particular innovation and startup, then you have to provide the financial detail, but this financial detail will be asked to be filled in the section financial section. And similarly, if that particular innovation has received any kind of angel fund or investment from financial institution, if you click yes, then this section, this value will reflect in section 7, that is the venture and angel fund section, where you have to provide the details about investing agencies and investment amount, all these details. Also, if this particular innovation has started repaying back or providing any kind of a fee, rental fee or kind of a service fee to the incubation unit, also you can click yes, and this financial value to be provided in the financial section. So this is about section 4, and section 5 is for the startup. Section 4 is for the innovations. So here this section will capture information related to the startups like SIN number, DIN number of the founder, SIN number of the startup, when it was registered, and also you have to provide the answer. And once you will click yes or no, accordingly you have to provide the information in the sections like financial. If it is a financial value, it will reflect the financial section. If it is a venture fund, then it will reflect in the section 7. So similarly, it will go as like in the section 4 I have displayed. You can make multiple entry of the startups, and also in section 4 also you can make multiple entry of the innovations that were supported or incubated or received any funding support during this financial year 2019-20. Now comes to this section 6. As I said, that in section 6 you cannot enter the value. It is the reflection, it is a collated reflection of the values from the section 1, section 4 and section 5. So it will display that what the things you have clicked and which student team and which innovation and the startup have received the awards. These things will display, and you have to cross check. And if you feel something is wrong and is mistakenly entered, then you have to go back to the respective sections and you have to correct there and you have to save. Then only the correction things will reflect here. So this is for the cross check, and this section also carries some weightages. So don't ignore this section also. Now comes to this section 7. Section 7 is that you can say it is a parameter 6, and in this section you will find 2 tabs. The first one is the loan or angel and VC fund mobilized to support this innovation startups. So hope you remember in section 4 and section 5 there was one question that is that innovation or startup received any angel or VC fund or seed fund from the investment agency, the investing agency. In that case, if you click yes, then this item will reflect here with to provide the loan amount or the investment amount, and who is the investing agency, investment agency, and also what is the investment amount, and when it was when that investment raised. So this is all the things you have to provide in the section 7. So like all these items will reflect, and you have to provide these values. Now come to the second tab under this section 7, that is collaboration with external agencies and co-creation of the IE innovation and entrepreneurship activities. In this section, it will ask the institute to provide what are the collaboration efforts. What are the collaboration efforts you have initiated and also executed during that academic year 2019, but type of collaborations we have narrowed down, and only these 3 type of collaboration to be provided. Maybe institute has n number of collaborations, and also there are n number of running collaborations or running MOUs are there. But we only want what are the fresh collaborations you have initiated during this academic year 2019-20, and for these three purposes. The first purpose is that collaboration to either to offer the incubation support or receiving the incubation support. So either way, so if this collaboration is for this. The second one is that if your collaboration is for mentoring and handholding this conducting the innovation and entrepreneurship activities, then only you to include. And the third one is that if that institute is collaborating with startups or other ecosystem enabling agencies to engage the students as an intern in the startups or in the innovation and innovation agencies, then only it has to be included. So these are the only three type of collaborations we are exploring and looking for in this section. Please don't include other collaborations which is not related to this type of for this purpose. So you can avoid entry of this type of collaboration details. And once you are completing this section 7, then the last one is called section 8, and section 8 is on intellectual property right and technologies commercialized during this financial period. And especially this section has 6 tabs, and out of these 6 tabs, the first tab, that is research paper related to innovation and entrepreneurship, and patents published and granted. So these two things we will directly get from third-party source. An institute need not to provide any details for this tab 1 and tab 4. Because we have a validated, we have a authenticated source to get, and we are only going to capture the research papers and the patents published or granted in the name of institute. Yet other, if anything is only in the name of the faculty and institute name is not there, we are not going to accept that one, and we are not going to count that one also. Similarly, institute has to provide the information for IPR, intellectual property related to copyrights and designs here, and for patents related filings they made during this financial year 2019-20 here. So, but patent published and granted not to be provided. Only if institute has filed any patents to be provided here. If they have filed or published any copyrights and designs, then it will provide in the tab 2. And this tab 5 is for patents held by incubated startups or the innovations those have received during this period of 2019-20 financial year. So during that period, if any startup or innovation team, they have received any kind of a patents or intellectual property, then you have to enter here, and institute has to provide. And the 6th one is on IP commercialization and transfer to industry or startup. So here you have to provide the list of technologies or intellectual properties that has been transferred and commercialized to industry or startup, and if any revenue generated through this collaboration or through this transfer in form of licensing, royalty, or kind of a one-time fee, that things you have to provide here. And in some cases, if institute has not any license number or kind of things, they can use the IP, that is the file number of collaboration, because we believe that when institute execute this kind of collaborations or kind of a technology transfer, definitely there should be one agreement, and based on that agreement there will be a clear-cut laid down policy of transfer and also commercialization, royalty sharing, revenue sharing, everything should be there. And this agreement paper number or the file or the reference number to be provided in case you have no license number generated or kind of a registration number you don't have. So this is the way you can provide the details in this 6th tab of IP commercialization. Now comes to the I think somebody please mute your mic. Somebody has open the mic, please mute the mic.
Yeah, this is loud.
Okay. Okay. So sorry, it's my humble request. Please don't on your mic because it's creating disturbances, and also please put your video off so that the disturbance will be less and the bandwidth will there will be no bandwidth issue. And now already I've explained about the participation of higher education institutions in this section, and also I have explained about the data sections for the non-financial details. Also I have explained that for the section 1, for the section 3, for the section 4, for the section 5, and for the sections 8, because these sections are directly associated with some financial value, and also it is linked with the account section of the institute. So once you will click the yes option or yes button for the questions which asks that is there any financial involved or expense associated, then this line item will reflect here in this things. These are the sections which has the financial value, and if you click here, it will show you that this is the program, this is the thing, and enter the expense detail. Similarly, for the participation in co-curricular events, here also it will display all the items if you selected yes for the expense incurred for conducting that activity or sending the participants to the program to present. And but section 7 is not mentioned here. As I said, that section 7 has some financial value, and that captures angel or VC or investment fund, and but it is not directly connected with the institute's account system. That's why nodal officer or institute has to provide in the section 7 itself. So that item will not reflect here in this financial section. And institute can collect this information either by using this Excel format, or they can give access to the account section by using the temporary login ID provided to the nodal officers to check the line items and to provide the financial details directly by the account section. After that, again, nodal officer has to review and cross-check, and before they get into this declaration and submission stage. The declaration and submission stage is a kind of a complete picture of the status of your data submission on section wise, also on the subsection wise. Let me highlight few things that maybe somewhere you need a cross check, especially during the registration time. This year we have included one broad classification of institution into technical and non-technical. So if your institute is only offering exclusively non-technical institution like arts and science, MBA or commerce courses, or something like that, design courses, so you can say that this is completely a non-technical course. So you can go for like hotel management, hospital management. So all these things courses will become under the non-technical institution. But if your institute is offering both technical and non-technical, then you automatically will fall into technical institution category, technical category. And even the professions like medical, dental, all these things are the technical will be fall into technical category. And this you have to again cross check that what the selection you have selected is actually correct or not. But meantime, also we will start reviewing all these things, and we will send notification to the institute that you have selected the right choice or not. And that time you can give your consent, you can confirm. And if still that is not done, then at the submission time also you can cross check. And if you think this is not appropriate, you can go use the edit option, you can change. And if you think this is correct, then you have to give a declaration, you have to click in the confirm button that this is okay. Similarly for the institute subcategory, so we started practicing this subcategory in the last year. So there are 5 subcategories. One is for the National Institute of National Importance, central universities, and centrally funded technical institutions under one category. The second category is for the state universities and the government and government aided deemed universities. It is under second category. The third category is called government and government aided colleges. Then the fourth category is private and or self-financed universities or deemed universities, and the fifth category is called private or self-financed colleges and institutions. So you have to see that you have selected the right subcategory for the institute type. Then for the institute subcategory type, and once you confirm and also okay with these two options, then you have to go and check the pre-qualified section. Have you completed the pre-qualified section or not? Then if you completed, you can again go back, you can edit if you want to, and finally you have to confirm. You have to click confirm that you are okay with the data and information. So this is kind of declaration and submission page. So you have to declare each and every section that it is true and it's correct and you have verified, and also there is no deficiency in any one of any of these sections. And if any deficiency is also there, then also it will reflect in the form of red color. It will show you these are the deficiencies you have. And just assume that you are a non-technical institute and there is no and you have no patents to provide for the section 8. Then in that case, maybe in the section 8, it will show you that there is no data file, like this one. It will say that you have no data for this section 8. Then in that case, because you have no data, you can't enter the data. So you have to leave blank there, but here you have to give a declaration that you are okay with this. Once you will click okay with this, similarly you have to check all the items section wise, and once you complete all the things, then in the declaration stage you have to this is joint declaration from the institute, from the head of the institute and also from the nodal officer, and you have to, with signature you have to upload, and finally you have to click submit. Just check that now this submit button is not enabled because I have not checked, I have not cross verified, I have not completed all the deficiencies mentioned in this section. That's why it is not allowing me to submit. So this is all about final submission of the data in for this ARIIA 2021, and I have demonstrated the stepwise processes starting from the registration to till the data submission. And if you will spend 1 hour time, and also we are going to share this video presentation to all of you either by today evening or tomorrow, you can refer again. Also we have uploaded the video guideline in each and every section. The Excel guide is also provided there, and you can make use of this Excel guide because Excel guide also very clearly mentioned about different parameters and sections, and with subsections with hyperlink, it will directly navigate to the respective section for the data collection. Also there is a video guide is there. You can watch these video guides. You can see that what are the allocations, weightages, score allocation and weightages for each and every section. And like if you want to get into the section 4, you have to go to this. You just click this hyperlink. It will take you to the section 4, and these are the fields. You have to collect the data from the different units, from the different departments. So this is the way you can use this Excel sheet for data collection and also for the verification. And next is to enter into the data submission portal. So this is all about data submission demonstration, and I will stop sharing my screen. And the next 20 to 30 minutes is for 15-20 minutes is for question and answer session. And you can ask your question, but there is one ground rule for asking the question. So if you will just go to the left hand panel of participants, you will able to see one hand icon, and if you have any kind of questions, you can just click that icon, and we will allow you one by one to ask your question, and I will answer this question, and we will take around 5 to 6 questions or what are the questions in next 15-20 minutes. So Tithi, I will request you please enable the participants to ask the question one by one. Tithi, are you there? Please enable the participants to ask question one by one. Okay, so Doctor, just wait. I will take the name.
Sir.
I will call the name one by one. All participants are requested, please mute your mic. All participants, please mute your mic. I will take your name one by one. As just you have to do one thing, you have to just the hand icon, and rest you just leave to me. Once I will take your name, you just unmute and ask your question. Okay, so let's start with Dr. Brajesh Singh. Please ask your question. Dr. Brajesh Singh, please ask your question. Please unmute yourself first. Please unmute and ask your question. Okay, so if you are facing some difficulties, then I will come to you later. Then I will go to the Rajesh Walse.
Okay,
Thank you, sir. Rajesh Walse, please ask your question.
Yes, very good morning, sir. And you have given us such a nice presentation, which will help all the nodal officers. Sir, my institute ID is 44020. I am from Delhi Technology College, Maharashtra, from Maharashtra University Science University, Nagpur. Sir, whatever the presentation you have taken today, sir, you just provide the link of the recorded presentation to all nodal officers through their respective email address.
It will reach. Mostly it will reach by either today evening or tomorrow morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
But still the videos, section-wise videos are already available, and Excel format is clearly mentioned, so you can watch section-wise video also.
Okay.
It is there in the respective section. Okay,
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So you can mute now. So I will go to Menakajan 10. Please unmute and ask your question.
Mr. Deepan, sir.
Please.
Good morning, Mr. Deepan, sir.
Yes, please go ahead. I'm listening to your query.
Presentation section wise is very clear, sir. I have only doubt is what is the difference between a save and continue button, sir?
See, the save or save add more option that in the same section or in the same tab wherever you are in, to add the multiple items. Like consider you have the 3 incubation units and you want to add incubation unit 1, unit 2 and unit 3. Then you have to use this save and save add more to add more items. But if you will click save and continue, then it will take you from section 1 to the section 2. So if you are in the section 1, then it will take you to section 2. If you are in the section 2, it will take you to section 3. So save and continue is for that getting into the next section, and add more is adding more items in the same section.
Okay, sir. Once we complete confirming the data from our college, we have to export. We have to click on export, sir.
Yes, you can. Once you finally, yes, definitely. Once you will submit, then with that export button, by using the export button, you can download the application. Also, you can get the you can download the information in the form of Excel also. That for the future use you can for the future use you can use it.
Okay, sir. This export button have to be clicked before declaration or after declaration.
That's also you can use the. That's also you can make like that. You are in the on progress of data collection, and that time also you can use the export button.
Okay. It will not stop us to edit anymore, right, sir? If we
yes, that export button is to download whatever you have entered.
Okay. So final submission will be confirmed once we submit the declaration section. True, sir?
Yes, the final submission will be through the block, that is declaration and the submission. And once you complete all these submission of the section wise data also for the first pre-qualifier and all kind of things. So in the declaration page, you will see all these sections and actually where you have some deficiency, which part you completed fully, and where something lacking is there. So everything you can see, and you have to confirm, you tick the confirm if you are okay with the entry. Then
Yes.
finally submit button will enable, and you will able to submit.
Yes, sir. Sir, last question, sir. In section 3, we have dedicated infrastructure for IND activities, right, sir?
Yes.
Can we include our research and development laboratory infrastructures in that, sir? Section
There is some tricky here. See, what is the trick is that if any research and R&D unit is associate with the academic lab or academic section or academic unit, and that is not for the dedicated research lab, then you cannot make use, because sometimes academic departments have the lab for the demonstration, for doing some activities for the students. These kind of things will not be included. If you have established a specific dedicated infrastructure, like with Microsoft or with Tata, you have established some center of excellence with some computing facilities, then only it will be, and that is for the research and innovation, then only you can provide under the center of excellence category.
Yes, actually our college is sponsoring every academic year 10 lakhs for research projects, innovations and research projects. So our college department wise has taken every year a few innovation projects, sir, and for that also institution is funding for that. So that is the reason we have included our R&D dedicated infrastructure in this section.
If your department or if R&D department is the instrumental or via media for sending the channelizing the fund to the student innovations, then to reflect these names, it has to be entered either under the center of excellence or the pre-incubation unit. Then only, but it should satisfy the criteria of the pre-incubation or the center of excellence. And then only, and when you will enter, then only these names will reflect in section 4 and section 5 in the drop down. And if you have offered 5 student innovations, then you have to select which department has provided funding to which innovation, that the things you have to choose from the drop down. So if you will not enter, then it will not, these departments will not display in the section 4 and section 5. So please be careful about selecting the units, because simply selecting all the departments as a pre-incubation is also not good. Also, it is not correct also.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And because what will happen, institute will start entering all the academic departments as a pre-incubation unit. Actually, it is not correct. And if you will find this kind of things, then definitely we will go visit, and we may reject that section completely also. We will allocate 0 mark also. So please be careful about, please understand what is pre-incubation unit, what is incubation unit, and how these are playing the role in promoting innovation. Don't simply add whatever the things comes to your mind or what is available in your institute. So this ARIA framework is not only helping you to streamline and giving kind of a standardizing the process, also it is giving you direction what institute should aspire to become.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes,
Thank you,
please.
sir.
Next question.
So
Please
I'm
mute.
Shanu from, yeah, sir, if you can see, I'm Shanu from SPA Bhopal. It is an Institute of National
Please go ahead.
College. I have a very fundamental question that I'm going to ask, that is about our institution neither comes in humanities, neither comes in technology, because it is a merger of arts and technology. So how to go about it, sir, in this case?
See, as you said that you are offering both technical and non-technical courses, then automatically by default you are falling under the technical category. So this is the first one to answer your query. And the second one is that as you have the multiple departments and also the disciplines, that means your institute startup and innovation ecosystem is quite vibrant compared to the standalone institutes or those are offering only one type of disciplines. And
Yes,
that means we are expecting more inputs and active participation from this kind of higher educational institutions.
Sir, technically or philosophically, we have design departments and we are producing a lot of designs, but we are not qualified the kind of research that is happening in, or we don't get grants like what we get in technical education, and that is the irony we face.
Not an issue. I think if you are, is this the first time you are participating?
Yes, I think it is. I'm the nodal officer, and
It is. It is. No. It's not you. Is it your institute is first time participating in the ARIA ranking?
So I'm not aware. I'm new to the college. I will definitely find out.
Okay.
But
So
most
explore,
probably, yes.
because when we started in 2019, this is the exactly question from the many institutions. But now you can see that how the more than all these major institutions, they have streamlined the ecosystem, and now they are with lots of data and information. Because see, data is there. We are doing the programs, but we never thought for having an ecosystem with measurable indicators. We have not planned in such a way that to collect the data and analyze that how our ecosystem is moving. So this ARIA is providing or facilitating that things in our country. So no doubt, if you're first time participating, definitely some problems and difficulties will come. But once you will streamline and you will set a process, next year you will come up with lots of data and information.
Definitely.
And also you will able to organize the activities accordingly also.
So we are organizing a lot of activities, but what you're saying is right. They are not documented. So yes, so we are. This is
the where India is actually lagging, and that's why Indian institutions are not getting into top 100 or top 200 in international rankings.
Yeah, sir. True. Thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Dr. Deshmukh from Government Engineering, Nagpur. After confirming and submitting the last button, is there any is the software asked to upload some documents? In last year, software asked to upload certain document related to account sections.
No, this year no documents will be asked. But whatever the information you will provide, you have to keep the proof of and document of proof, and you have to create a repository of this document of proofs in your institute. And whenever we will start review process, and if we feel that we need the proof, then directly we will make a visit, or we will ask to provide through the video conferencing tool to show and to send these documents to us. So please keep ready all these documents while you generating the data and the information, so that anytime we can ask to furnish.
Sir, in government organizations, we do not audit every year. It is happens after.
We're not asking account section data. So we are not asking the audited account data. So this year we are not asking any audited account data. This year we are asking that if you're saying that you have spent 5 lakhs on this event, then your account section can give
justification for it. Okay.
Justification, right?
Evidences, you require evidences for it.
Yeah, we have the evidence, and your account section is the right department who can provide, and you have to collect the copy while collecting the data, and you retain it with you in one file. That this for this item, this is the amount expended, this is the proof of that. So
okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Because why I'm saying, because this amount for each and every individual, for each and every expenses will get accumulated and will come as a 8A and 8B. That is total expense towards promoting innovation and startup, and total revenue from the innovation startup. So if you go through the framework, but there is no specific value to be provided by the institute. So what are the expenses you are incurred or you are incurring in different sections will get automatically accumulated, and it will come as a one figure that this is the total expense you have incurred towards promoting supporting innovation. And this is for the parameter 8A if you go through the framework. And also if you have collected any revenue from different activities like rental service or training from the incubation units, and from rental fee from the innovation startups, that's also will get accumulated. Also license fee, royalty fee from the IP commercialization, that will reflect in form of total revenue we have generated from the innovation and startup activities from the campus during this financial year 2019. So please be sure that what the information, what the value you are providing for financial things, to be carefully checked by the nodal officer, and also necessary document of proof to be maintained at the institute level. And also one thing is that this year the whole application, whole information to be displayed prominently in the first page of website of institute, and it has to be retained till the declaration of the result, even after that. So you have to be very careful about what the information you are providing, and also maybe other you may receive the queries from the outside to if they feel something like that, if they want some more clarification. So like last year it was only kept for 1 month, but this year it has to be retained till the end of result declaration, even after few days after the result declaration also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. There is one question.
One by one.
Good
One by
afternoon,
one.
sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Murugan from PG College of Technology, sir.
One by one, I'm saying I will take the call. So don't worry, I will take all the queries, but it is only one by one. So
Proceed, sir.
who is
Murugan from PG College of
please,
Technology.
but be specific about question. Don't explain it. Be specific to the question.
Okay,
Yes.
Sir, in the section 5 on ventures established part, we have given few ventures, sir. We have added few ventures to the section 5 part, but in the section 6, it is showing only one. While the compiled the section.
Not getting. I didn't get your point.
No, in the section 5, ventures established, given more than one venture.
Please mute कर दीजिए खुद को. Please mute.
We have added.
Priyanka Sharma, please mute.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Sir, in the section 5, ventures established part, we have added more than one venture, but in the section 6, it is showing only one. In the summary part of the section 6, no, it is showing only one.
No. In section 6, there is no display of the venture. See, no, section 6 is for awards, recognition, and achievements. So if you have clicked yes in section 1, section 4, and section 5, that this innovation or this startup or this student team or any student team has received any awards during this at the national or international level during this financial year, then only these names will display in the section 6. So you are talking about the parameter 6 or section, because parameter 6 and section 6 both are different. In the DCS, section 6 is for awards and recognition. In parameter 6, that is section 7. If you go to the angel and VC funding, then only it will show that which section is that innovation startup have received any angel or VC fund or not. If you have clicked yes in the section 4 and section 5, then only it will display in the section 7, the angel and VC fund. If you have not clicked yes, if you click no, that this innovation startup has not received any investment or angel fund, then it will this innovation will not display in the angel fund, like in section 7. You got my point?
I got your point, sir. But we have kept all the parameters same only in section 5. But in that 6.
Exactly. In section 5, if you have not clicked yes for that startup has received any angel fund, this item will not display in the section 7, that is angel fund category.
I'll check once again, sir. Sir, one more query, sir.
No, I will go to next one because others are waiting. I will request all. I will request all to join the Telegram group. You can ask your queries in the Telegram group also. We will try our best to address your queries in Telegram group, and also you can call to technical help desk number for any kind of a technical query, and you can call to me and general query for any kind of a regarding the general query like dates or kind of something, submission, all related things, and here I will take few more queries.
Thank you, sir.
Rajesh
So,
Malan, sir.
Who is?
Rajesh Malan, sir, from Government Engineering College, Valsad, Gujarat.
Okay.
Sir,
please ask.
We are following the state student startup state innovation policy, and we also follow the NISP. But so far we have not gone for the documentation preparation. We have not an issue. Not an issue if you have already registered with NISP portal. That is the NISP portal, and if you have already started the things,
already we have the data of which institute is doing what they've progressed and in which level they are. So don't worry about this. Only you have to click yes or no if you are already part and already joined the campaign and adopting the NISP in your institute. So this is the only thing you have to do in this thing, and then rest of the things you just leave to us to do the due diligence at the back end.
Only a single more question, sir. In a pre-qualifier layer tab, we as an institute giving as an SSIP cell, not separate department, because we are running 5 different engineering department, but as an SSIP cell we are providing all the facility as a center. So we'll enter as an institute only.
No, see, you are now institute, and the institute has the different units, centers, and the kind of things. So if SSIP center is established in your unit, in your institute, then you have to enter the, you have to list this center also. Also, you have to list the different departments or units. Those are part of the system, part of the institute also. You cannot enter your institute name because your institute name is already within our record. Your in pre-qualifier, you have to list out in your institute what are the departments, units, and the facilities or the centers.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. There is one question.
Good afternoon,
sir. Data section.
Who is?
This is a Dr. Manish Thakkar. There is one.
No. Who has shared their screen? Who has shared the screen? Please stop sharing your screen. Yes.
Hello.
Don't share any screen now. And next question, yes, definitely.
Yes.
Dr. Manish Thakkar.
Yes. So in data section 4, like innovations idea supported by the higher education institute. So in that particular case, like the innovations made by the students and the faculties. So in the data entry, we have kept both the name. So is it fine?
Yes, fine. I think from the option itself, I think
yes.
It will select that is a student, or so you have to select who is the principal innovator and who are the co-innovator. If you want to add more than one co-innovator also, that you can add, not an issue.
And in the mentor also, we are adding the name of the faculty.
Yes, in the mentor also, but the faculties you have to enter in the section 2 itself, then only these names will display in the section 3, that is mentor section.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Please
Good
next.
afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. This is Dr. Renuka from Women's Christian College.
Okay.
Thank you for the nice presentation, and it was very clear. I have a couple of questions actually. The pre-qualifier data entry, while entering the department details, there is a drop down. It says either a pre-incubation center, all such things, and academic departments with lab facility. What should I enter for English department, mathematics, and history?
You see, it is your academic department may or may not have the lab. Okay, that's just you have to say that this is the department you have. Like that, you just select.
So I can select academic department with lab facility.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
And the next question is, while entering the department, can I add up UG, PG, and even PhD together?
Yes, it is multi-select. I think it is a multi-select is there. That is a multi-select. Once you will go through that one, it is a it is a multi-select option. So just wait, let me check. I think this is multi-select. Just wait, give me 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are saying that department, yes. No, at all levels. See, it is already mentioned, na, diploma, polytechnic, UG, PG, PhD, or not at all level. So when it is saying at all level, if it is existing at all level, you can select.
All level. Okay.
At all level.
In section 2, academic program related to EDC, there are certain departments they offer entrepreneurship paper itself. So can that be included?
If it is a academic program, if it is like it may be an elective or short term elective or the core. If it is on entrepreneurship, then definitely you can enter.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Paper means it's not a 1 day or 1 time. It's paper.
No.
means
It's a semester.
Semester. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fine. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I'm Dr. Priyadarshini from PHR Krishnamal College for Women. I have some queries. So, suppose our research unit park have 1,000 square feet, but shall we?
Research park. If it is a research park, then definitely we set certain criteria, and if you are not fitting the research park, then you go to the incubation park, because the research parks are upgraded version of the incubation unit. Then you can file under the incubation unit. Priyadarshini Natarajan Madam ji, are you able to hear my voice?
Sir, audible, yes.
No. Let
Sir,
Priyadarshini Madam to complete her question.
Sir, another query is, the faculty undergoing a training program in IPR and entrepreneurship below 30 hours. That is not under 30 hours, it's
30,
below 30
yeah,
hours.
30 contact hour is minimum, yes.
Because some student, then we can add in the section 2.
Yes, so if any faculty had associated or had delivered or engaged as a mentor during that financial year 2019-20, but unfortunately they have no educational qualification on innovation IPR, and also they had not, just in, I'm still talking about in extreme cases, if they have not received any training on innovation IPR, still you can add in the section 2, so that these names will reflect in the section 3 in the mentoring section, so that you will able to provide the mentoring details.
Okay, because you can consider in IPR, but I am
definitely you have to select
IPR
no.
by filing a patent.
You have to select
okay.
no for these two questions, and you have to add. So
yes.
please go mute. Purnima, please.
Hello.
No, Priyadarshini Madam, please. No, it's over. It's over. Priyadarshini Madam, please, it's over, and let me take the question from Purnima.
Okay, thank you.
Purnima Madam, your voice, some disturbance is coming. So either if you have question, please ask, neither allow others to ask.
Yes,
okay, so who is the next?
Sir,
hello.
Yes, please. Sainul Abidin. Yes,
sir.
Please go ahead.
I have two questions. I will ask directly. Our sister institute would like to participate in ARIIA. Is it possible to register now?
Yes, 8th of March is the last date. So new institute also can register and complete the pre-qualifier section and also collect the data and submit before 8th of March. Both pre-qualifier section, new registration, all things are open, and it will only close on 8th of March.
Okay, thank you, sir. And the other question is, only the supporting documents option is available in the IPR section only, right?
Which one?
Document upload section.
Document upload section only asked in the IPR section 8.
Okay. No other things needed than any supporting documents, right?
Yes. No other documents is required to submit or upload in other sections.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, I'm Dr. P.K. Malik from Government College, Hyderabad.
Okay.
We want to register. I just want to know, my query is that please let us know the link for registration and
it's
the
already
person.
there. It's already, Sarji, already if you will click this ARIIA web page, in the top itself, I have shown that this login and register whatever is there. So you have to click the register and you have to generate the ID, and by using the login credential, you have to log in and you have to complete all these things.
This is ARIIA web page, sir?
Yes, aria.gov.in.
aria.gov.in.
But you have not registered. How you got into this session today? Because this session is only for the nodal officers.
Yes, sir.
But you are not a registered participants, or you are.
Yes, sir. We got the link and we joined this.
That's fine. How you got this link? Because we only sent to the sent this link to nodal officers. Those institute have already registered and they are in the process of pre-qualifier and the data collection. Okay, so who is the next?
Sir.
Yes. Dr. S. Nageshwari, madam ji. Boliye, please go ahead.
Sir, I asked question in Telegram group, sir. Whether we can enter the IIC activities 1920 details in 1.1 and 1.2?
Yes, the activities, the major activities you organized either under the self-driven or the IIC calendar activities, that definitely you can enter in the section 1, but it has to be only but please make sure that it is only for the financial year 2019-20, and the remaining activities you can keep for the next year. And if it has not incurred any cost, then they can click no, there is no expense incurred, so that it will not ask you expense value in the financial section.
For next year. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay, so
Sir,
I will take
one
only
more
two.
question,
I will
sir.
take I will take only 2 more questions. So, madam, please let others to ask. So I will take 2 more questions. It is already crossing the time we have allotted. And the next one is Sasikant Bairagi. Please ask your question. And the next one is CHSDT Teresa College. So these 2 questions I will take. And remain participants, if you have any query, then please join the Telegram group. It is already, the link already been shared with you all over email and SMS, and you can post your query, and other institute coordinators also, they will guide you, so you will get round the clock guidance support through the Telegram group. So Sasikant Bairagi, please ask your question.
सर आवाज आती है?
Excuse me?
आवाज आती है मेरी?
हाँ, प्लीज कंटिन्यू।
सर ये मुझे ये बताइए कि 2019 या 20 का डेटा चाहिए या 2015 से भी हम डेटा सबमिट कर सकते हैं?
नहीं, ओनली 2019-20 का डाटा चाहिए, वो भी फाइनेंशियल ईयर सेक्शन के लिए। कुछ सेक्शन के लिए फाइनेंशियल ईयर का डाटा चाहिए, कुछ सेक्शन 2 के लिए ओनली एकेडमिक ईयर डाटा चाहिए। तो आप थोड़ा सा केयरफुली देखिए, ये आपको अलाउ नहीं करेगा एंट्री करने के लिए, और आपका भी ये देखना होगा जो एक्टिविटी जब हुआ है तभी का डाटा ही डालिए। ऐसा है कि मैनिपुलेट मत कीजिएगा कि आप 2-3 साल पुराना डाटा को मैनिपुलेट करके डाल दिए, तो ये सारी चीज आप पूरा सारे कंप्यूटर सिस्टम पकड़ लेगा, और रिव्यू में जब पता चलेगा तो आपका एप्लीकेशन कैंसिल हो सकता है। तो इसलिए ओनली पिछले साल का फाइनेंशियल ईयर का या एकेडमिक ईयर का जो डाटा है, वहां पे कंप्लीट लिखा हुआ है किस सेक्शन में कौन सा ईयर का चाहिए, कौन सा एकेडमिक ईयर का चाहिए, फिर फाइनेंशियल ईयर का चाहिए, वो लिखा हुआ है। ओनली इन पेटेंट इंफॉर्मेशन में हमें लास्ट 5 साल का डाटा चाहिए, जो हम खुद थर्ड पार्टी सोर्स से ले लेंगे। डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट, you need not to provide any patent related data for last 5 years.
Okay sir, thank you.
So next is CHSTST Teresa's College. Okay, maybe
ask sir if they are not there. Excuse me sir.
Okay, so Sukhvinder Singh ji.
Can I ask sir?
Who is Sukhvinder Singh, please ask your query. Sukhvinder Singh ji.
Sir, actually I have not yet started entering in this, but I have seen the process and whatever presentation you had given. It is very nice, but we are not having such kind of excellence center, and
not an issue.
We are having
everything will start from somewhere. So maybe when you will come to know about, okay, this ecosystem is actually look like this, and it has to be done in this way, so you will able to understand. You will actually will create a base for yourself. You will say that what kind of things to be done for next 1 year, and you will plan accordingly. So this is the somewhere you will start. Need not to worry about this. Actually, this kind of queries, this kind of concern were 2 years back when the institute have started. So maybe you first time you are doing, though this kind of questions are obvious. So don't worry. So start somewhere.
we may need your help, sir, while entering it.
Yes, yes,
So,
we are always here to help you out. Don't worry.
yeah, that's
So,
what.
Dr. SM, please ask your question and I will close here.
Yes, sir. Thanks for chance. Very important question, sir. Is it mandatory for the university to apply for this ARIIA ranking?
Yeah, you can indirectly take yes, answer yes, because because this year more than in more than 150 government universities are participating, and every institutes are now competing to get a position in the innovation ranking, and to claim that they are innovative, they are entrepreneurial, and also this ranking system will help to get better talents and also to engage our youths for the innovation and creativity and problem solving. And further, this innovation ranking also will be used by different ministries for for identifying the potential beneficiaries for funding support. So like NIRF, this also somewhere it is going to merge for resource allocation, especially for the at the central level. Also maybe other state also may start using this. So this is the way of identifying and creating the creamy and the best performing institutions through this mechanism, and also enabling them to visualize in which direction they should go and how they will create this kind of vibrancy and dynamism in the system, in the campuses, and also produce more innovations and entrepreneurs from the academia. So
Yeah,
with
thanks, sir.
this,
Sir, in between, I missed your voice. Did you say 150, more than 150 government schemes
yes,
are coming up for startup
not
and
schemes,
innovation?
government universities are participating in the ranking process. So
Universities, huh? Okay.
universities, so government universities, centrally funded institutions. So you can say that more than 1,500 to 2,000 institutes, they are competing, right, for different categories. So the system of healthy competition has been created. So who will be the first mover is definitely going to get the advantage in the competition. So try to become the first mover and lead the path for others to follow. So with this, I thank you all again.
1 second, sir. One more quick question, sir. I have also contacted your office. Sir, where are the scores for the previous year winners?
Everything is there. So in the ARIIA web page, you will get the framework, you will get the parameters. Also, when you will log into the login,
yes, sir, winning scores, sir.
the report is there in the. See, there are two things. We have issued the performance. We have issued the rank list, category-wise rank list. Also, we have published the performance card that for that particular institute, and they can see that performance card for the previous year if they participated by logging to the their ARIIA portal, and there is ARIIA 2020 button will be there, and by click that they can see their performance card.
Okay, so scores are in that. Only by logging we can see.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine, sir.
So it will give you some bar diagram and graphical presentation, graphical infographics on how, in which section you are good, and what is the national average, what is that your score kind of things. It will give you a kind of a visual.
Are you telling, is it the record of our own institute?
Only, or it is only available in the login page of that particular institute.
Sir, I meant like last year, let's say IIT Madras won in the central category. I want to see what were their scores for each of the parameters.
It is not, score is not given. It is only the rank list is published, and that's also category wise.
So, sir, how can we
remain things are available to the institute, and it is for the institute's introspection, analysis, and to plan. So the individual breakups has been not published, and it will not publish. Maybe in the next year, once the committee will decide, we will think.
That's right, sir. But with respect to the scoring, I should know how many events should we be conducting so as to have full marks.
It's already, madam, already everything is there. Once you will check your performance card, better you improve keeping your parameter. Like this year you scored this year in this level, and try to get more than this. Don't try to see that what others, how many they are doing and what you will do, because category wise criteria also varies. Category wise this target is varies. So you cannot say that if that institute is doing 10, then I will do 5. So please try to set a benchmark for yourself by seeing the performance card. Okay. So
All right.
so I
Thank
think
you so
it's
much.
already 1:16. So already we are overcrossed the time limit. So I will again thank you all for participating in this program.
Excuse me, sir.
And
Can I
no,
ask one question, if you do
I'm
permit?
closing. Please ask your query in the Telegram group, because I'm just closing.
Very
Because
small question. Can I ask, please? Very small question.
okay, please.
Sir, you have created a temporary login for collecting the for facilitating to collect the data from the account section, the financial data,
Yes.
right? So that login on the use password, we need to give it to the accounts department so that they should be able to feed directly.
If you are confident, so then only give. If you think that you will able
my
to.
question is that how to make sure that the data will not be already feeded data will not be tampered from on the another end.
So that's why I'm saying that it's depend on you. If you are confident,
Such kind of a facility cannot be created that they should only be do have the read access permission with respect to the data which already has been feeded.
Better-
They should not be able to edit the already feeded data.
see,
I think this kind of a facility should be
Madam ji, please listen. We have given one major login ID, that is master login ID, to the nodal officer and the head of the institute. Please listen. I'm explaining one by step. What I got your query. And nodal officer and the head of the institute have the all authority to make the final submission, right? And also nodal officer has the duty and responsibility to cross check and verify all information before getting to the final submission. That nobody has that authority, okay, at the institute level. Now, because there is a financial data is there and it is very difficult to collate all the things and get one by one, that's why we have created we have divided the whole data section into non-financial and financial, and also we have provided the temporary login ID to the nodal officer only. We have not given to anybody. If nodal officer, they can change the password, and if they have the confidence that they will give this one to the financial section, if they can give, but if they don't want to show, then don't give. And Excel's format is already there. You can collect the information through the Excel format and you enter. But finally, it has to be verified and cross-checked, and the declaration has to be given by the nodal officer and the head of the institute only. Even though you will provide the things, even they will provide, and they can't make the final submission without the permission. Finally, the authority is with the nodal officer and the head of the institute only. So I hope I have answered.
Thank you so much.
I have answered, and rest of the things, if you have any kind of question, please join the Telegram group and you can post there. And maybe if my team will not able to answer on the time, but we will try our best. You also will get the answer from the other institutions if they have addressed that kind of issues earlier. So thank you all for joining, and wish you all the best. That in next 1 month you will make use of the time and also will complete the data submission and will able to go to the next stage of evaluation. So thank you all.
Thank you, Deepan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.